Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Microsoft, it's barely up on the day, 0.22%, and Microsoft here again holding above 413, and this was a play that we missed this morning. Right here at 413, around 410, but soon as the market opened, you can see this thing pumped up all the way up to almost 421 and then gave away some of the gains, and now down here at 417.32, also holding above 413. So here on Microsoft, guys, look at right here, 418, that's gonna be a resistance to watch to the upside, 5-day moving average, and then right here 420, and then 420 to 87, all the way up to this high right here, 427 to 428. Now to the downside, 415 to 413, that's gonna be a critical level to watch on any pullback here on Microsoft, and as long as the support can hold, that is gonna be a dip buy for a day trade here on Microsoft. Now below 410, then we can talk about this gap down here, 405.68. But as of right now, going into tomorrow's session, strong support 415, below that 413, and then rising 20-day moving average 410 all the way down to this gap 405.68. To the upside, as long as 413 to 415 can hold, just watch out for the resistance to break right here at 418, and then 420, 420 to 87, and up to even 427.82. On Meta, it's up 2.66%, and Meta now trading at almost 497 and breaking above all these moving averages right here. And you can see right on my screen, holding above 495, and that means one thing, not only is holding 490, also Meta actually went back up and above all these moving averages right here, 20-day, 13-day, and 5-day, which is sitting right here at 495. So here on Meta, guys, critical level to watch, 490, but we do have support at 495. Now that we got all these moving averages now sitting close to 495, that's gonna be support, and below that 490 all the way down to right here, and that's gonna be around 485 to 486, and then watch out for a dump off all the way down to this gap just under 470. Now as long as Meta can hold above 490, then watch out for a move back up to possibly 500, and then right up here 504, and who knows up to even 512 to this upper Bollinger Band, and then possibly can retest 520, and then we can talk about another fresh new all-time high on Meta. As of right now, just consolidating right here and getting a bounce off of this trend line right here. So that is looking bullish here on Meta, but we need more follow through, and that would be going above 500 and possibly also going above 504. That's gonna be extremely bullish for a move all the way up to 512, and then possibly even 520 on Meta. But watch this critical support, guys, 490, and below that 485 to 486, and soon as that gives up, you can see how well this thing is holding right here. Below this trend line, you're going to see a dump off down to this gap 469. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow, and there is no subscription, nothing you gotta go through. It's totally free, and you can always ask me a question right here on X. Now let me share some fantastic plays with you guys right here, and look at this play right here on Google, guys. Right here, got in at 145 calls for June 21st, and you can see, I mean, this was actually a day trade, and then I switched into a swing trade. And this thing, I mean, 145 calls going way over the money. 153 today. Explosive move to the upside. And this was a really nice trade. Just holding, I mean, look at this, guys. How many days? I mean, not even a month. And massive payment today here on Google. Now, let me show you guys another one. And that is Apple right here. Now, if you look at my screen, and you can also match the time and date right here, 3/6/2024, 2:23 p.m. At that time, Apple was trading below 169 or close to 169. And that's where I got in right here on Apple calls 190. And today, sold half of my position above 177 and locked in profit and still holding half of my position, and those are still green. So not only these two plays, even today we actually played triple Q puts on top, and then we played AMD, and I'm not even sharing that. So all these plays, and especially if you want to support the channel and you're serious about trading, check out that link down below in the description for Patreon, guys. On Apple, stock is up 0.64%, and you guys saw that play. It was fantastic on Apple. And then what happened later? We got a pullback, and why? You can see right on my screen, 20-day moving average, which is actually a negative slope, sitting close to 177. We also have this gap right here, now fully closed. That's gonna act also as a resistance right here on Apple. We got a pullback from there. This thing came back and now trading above 173. We also gapped up today. So there is a gap just below 173, and that should be a strong support on Apple going into tomorrow's session between 172.62 to 173. As long as support can hold, we could see a breakout on Apple, and we need a breakout, I would say, over 175 to 176, and possibly I would like to see it above 177. And that would be going above 20-day moving average right here, this white line. And soon as that happens, you're going to see a real breakout just like Google, and this thing can pump up even more up to 180, 183, and possibly at some point up to this gap 186.79. So going into tomorrow's session, watch this support right here, 172.62 gap to 173, and below that we also have strong support at 170. But the moment we get that breakout right here on Apple above 175 to 176, and Apple also takes out 177, it's gone. This downtrend definitely ending, and you're going to see more upside on Apple, possibly up to this gap 186.79. On Google, stock is up over 4%, and you guys saw that play that I had actually on Google, 145 calls, and I've been calling it, guys. Now, I cannot give you buy and sell here on YouTube, but I can tell you what I'm buying and not, right? And I said that Google here, I'm in, and this is a buying opportunity, and guess what? Even on this breakout, I did call this out for you guys, that Google breaking out, guys, do not count Google out. Now, even on my last video Saturday night, what I said, that yes, we got this massive move, nothing will go up in a straight line, we will see a pullback, but the support is holding, and guess what? As long as the support can hold, we could see Google coming back up and closing all these gaps. And we just didn't have to wait that long. I mean, I was not expecting this today. With that big catalyst with Apple, this thing exploded. I mean, calls went in the money, way over the money, sold for a nice profit, and now look at this, guys, holding above 145. Now we do have unfinished business down here, this massive gap up 144.34. So any pullback down here, that's gonna be a buying opportunity on Google, but I would not go and swing trade Google anymore. The dip and the play is gone. So here on Apple, you can day trade if the support can hold right here at 145 to 144. But below that, you're going to see dump off down to 140 again. Now, as long as this thing can hold right here, close to 145 on a pullback, then watch out for continuation to the upside. But as of right now, going into tomorrow's session, critical level to watch 148, and as long as 148 can hold, I would not go and chase this thing anymore. Yes, we could see a massive move again all the way up to 155. So Google here, guys, you know, if you got in here at the bottom here on Google, kudos to you, and people who ignored, well, that is a lesson for you. So on Amazon stock, absolutely flat on the day, and critical level to watch here on Amazon as a support 173, and below that you are going to see Amazon coming down and filling this entire gap 170.23. Now as long as Amazon can stay above 173, watch out for a move back up to 175, and once we get above 175, and you can see again a rejection, not getting above 175, got up to 176.69, but end of the day coming back and closing under 175. So 175 breaks, then watch out for more upside all the way up to 180 on Amazon. On AMD, it's down 0.21%, so we actually played AMD today. Some calls right here at 190 and then selling out at 193, got up to 193.50 and locking in some profit. It was a day trade, and now you can see this thing pulling back at the end and trading around 190. And now with that event from Nvidia, it's down to almost 184. So going into tomorrow's session, as long as the support can hold, this is going to be a strong support, 184. As long as the support can hold, that's going to be a dip buy on AMD. And as long as you have a game plan, this is actually a play for tomorrow. Now to the upside, if this thing can hold after pulling back down to 184, then watch out for a move back up to 190. So far, right now, it's holding 190, 20-day moving average. And above 190, it needs to get above right here, 193, 5-day moving average. And it was going back and forth in between two moving averages right here, 5-day and 20-day, and guess what? We got nothing today, a flat day on AMD. So tomorrow, guys, depending on where things open on AMD, if it's opening here at 184, as long as the support can hold, definitely that's going to be an opportunity here on AMD to play to the upside. But the moment AMD takes out 184, then this gap comes into play, 176.84, and possibly retesting 50-day moving average right here. And below that, more dump all the way down to 164.90. So watch this support 184 and also resistance here and the support right now 190, because it's going to open below 190. So that's going to be a resistance to watch tomorrow. And then also a resistance right here at 193, 5-day moving average. And above that, this thing can run back up to 200. On Nvidia stock, it's up 0.70%, and Nvidia stock, I would definitely go and short today. But guess what? Prices on those options were jacked up today. Really expensive, guys. And that is because of the event going on Nvidia stock. And you can see now it's dropping 0.5%, but nothing big. So going into tomorrow's session, here on Nvidia stock, I mean, look at this move here on Nvidia today, from 924 down to 870. That is just insane. Now, weekly expected move here on Nvidia stock, that is what, like $81 to $84? Huge move. And right off the bat, today, we got a massive move already this morning. It was over 40 bucks. And then all the gains wiped off. And now tomorrow, it's possible we could see, buy the rumor and sell the news. That can happen early as tomorrow here on Nvidia stock. So watch out. Now we do have support down here, and that's going to be 13-day moving average, this orange line, 872. And below that, a clear dump off can happen all the way down to 840 and then 823 to this gap all the way down here. Now to the upside, as long as Nvidia can stay above 898 to 900, then we can talk about 927 to 930 and possibly coming back up to even 960. So Netflix also got a big day today, up 2%, and look at this rally, guys. And I did call this out also before that. Watch out for a move up to 625 to even 630, and this thing delivered today. Got up to 625 plus, almost touching 630, and then we got a pullback. It was getting far too overextended to the upside, trading and hitting upper Bollinger Band. We got that pullback, and now it's trading at 618.39, but it's up on the day over $12. Now here on Netflix, we do have strong support now at 611.56, I would say 612, and these moving averages will move up. As long as the stock can trade above all these moving averages, they will continue to move up. And that means what? Tomorrow, 612, and then we have support at 604, all the way down to 600, and then 588. As long as Netflix can stay above 612, then watch out for a move back up to 630. On Tesla stock is up 6.25%, and let me just say this, guys, and I've been doing this for 20 plus years now. Tesla, I got a comment about 3 weeks ago that no support left on Tesla, it's a free fall. And same thing for Apple, Apple is trash, Google is trash, junk. Guess what? I really like that, because whenever I get those comments saying that it's trash, garbage, that is actually the bottom. And Tesla here, I did call this out on Saturday night that we got this doji indecision candle, and a decision will be made on Monday. And what we got today, guys? Massive pump with a hammer candle, and that means one thing: there might be more juice left on this tank, and this thing can go up even more. Now, people that are running for the door and saying that Tesla is not a good buy and it's not going to come back up ever again, EV is done. Well, Tesla is just not an EV company. This is also a tech company, right? And Elon Musk, this guy is not dumb. He's just not going to let everything go down to zero, and he's just going to watch, everything coming down and Tesla getting crushed and, possibly getting bankrupt. It's not going to happen. So if you're buying big names like Google, Apple, and Tesla, and you're looking at your account every 5 minutes, that don't help. You just got to relax, hold it. It's going to come back up. You're going to make money. And every time I buy these names, Tesla, Google, Apple, Amazon, you name it, all 6 magnificent companies, they come back up, I make money. And you guys saw that today. Big money on Google, big money on Apple, and not to mention Tesla is gonna pay later on. So here on Tesla, guys, now yes, we got a massive gap up, and if there is a gap down or some sort of a pullback, you need to watch the support here around 170, 5-day moving average, and then this gap 165. To the upside, Tesla needs to get above 175 to 176. As soon as that happens, watch out for a move up to 180 and possibly up to this gap 184.59. And once we get up here, then we can talk about more upside on Tesla. Now keep that in mind. We got this hammer candle with some high volume today, so Tesla can continue this run, especially going into tomorrow's session, unless we get a gap down here on Tesla down to this gap 165. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into tomorrow.